Does building an email list really matter if you want to market and sell more books as an author? I think it does. And so does the Alliance of Independent Authors. And so I invite you to stick around to find out why. I'm Dr. Kamika Ruth Taylor, and it's another book marketing tip Monday with BambuSparks. We have not been doing a weekly episode as we originally intended, and I want to apologize for that and to announce a shift. We started this to offer marketing support to our authors, and what we're going to do is to provide the book marketing tips maybe once or twice per month, and then allow you to digest them and to implement them and to give us feedback on what's working for you or not working. I'm also going to be recommending resources, and you'll be hearing from time to time from other authors, as you have been hearing, in terms of what's working for them, because there's no one thing that works for everybody, but there are some essentials that we find common across the board. And today, one of those essentials has to do with the mailing list. I know a lot of Caribbean authors don't think so when I encourage them to put what they would call a lead magnet in the book, something that readers can download so that they can become part of your fan group, your email community, your tribe, so that when you have another book coming out, people are not wondering who you are. You know, you have to build a following as part of, or a community as part of what you do to sell your books. I find that our authors, many of them are not willing to do that. And initially, I wasn't convinced either, because my friend Raquel Newman, one of the co-owners of BambuSparks, who is a digital marketer, who really broke it down for me. And so, in terms of resources, the Alliance of Independent Authors produced a book recently called Reach More Readers. I think it was the end of 2025. And they're really looking at marketing and how you can reach more readers with your book. Now, I must admit, some of the concepts in the book are a little foreign to me. And I found it challenging to grasp or to relate to some of them. But when we got to chapter 10, I was like, I get this, I understand this, and I can promote it. So chapter 10 is titled, Yes, You Really Need a Mailing List. So they say most of what we recommend in this book is optional, but growing an email newsletter list is absolutely a must-do for authors. So could it be you're not selling more books because you don't have an email list? I find that the promotional companies that promote books and the authors who are doing well, they have a mailing list. For example, Written Word Media has a huge mailing list of readers. When we sign up for Amazon, it's the same thing, and then they promote things to us. So they said, although scammers and spammers are polluting the email marketing space, email is still the indie author's most resilient and reliable connection with readers. It is permission-based, and you know Seth Godin had that book about permission marketing. Portable and unaffected by retailer whims and social algorithms. Except, you know, sometimes things go into spam. But when you are on social media, you're just building your campaign around Meta, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You know, those can close and you don't have a lot of control. And if they were to shut down your account, how do you maintain connection with your readers? The email list is the answer. An email list can turn casual browsers into loyal readers. fuel reliable launch day sales and reviews, and give you clean signals with clicks, replies, and purchases to shape what you write and how you promote. It also strengthens your author voice and reader community, letting you speak directly, regularly, and respectfully to the people who care most about your work. And in this chapter, they go through how you set up an email list, what do you say, and one of the email management system they recommend is MailerLite. I use MailerLite. I think the first 500 subscribers are free. It used to be 1,000. There's MailPoet. There's Kit, formerly known as ConvertKit. There's MailChimp still. There's Beehive. And some legal considerations when using the email list. You can sell the emails, and the persons who join your email list, they have to consent to join. And of course, there are also what they call GDP regulations in Europe and things like that. So when you use an email management system, it kind of takes care of some of those things. So quickly, how do you get people to join? Well, you could give away a chapter. If it's a non-fiction book, you can give away something they would call like a listicle. So if you have like 5 tips to market and sell your books, and your book is about marketing, then you can give away that 1-page guide for them to download. So you have to give away something valuable, right? So that the person will hop on the list and you let them know they'll be hearing from you. And then you have to communicate. They can't just hop on the list and then you don't communicate. Don't be a stranger, because it's a community and the email is a way to communicate with them. So I would say the best practice is really once per week. And you want to share. It depends on you, how much of your life you want to share. You can talk about new books. You can talk about behind the scenes. If it is fiction you write, you can give away a chapter, or you can give away behind the scenes. If you have several books, you could give away a short story or one of those books for free. And then when you join the list, they talk about you need to have like a sequence of autoresponders, like another 5 emails that will go out as you nurture and communicate and build this group. And the book gives samples of what you can include in each of those emails. And it talks about email subject lines and different things like that. So I want to encourage you with this resource to reach more readers by the Alliance of Independent Authors. You can get it from the Ally Bookstore. That's bookstore.allianceindependentauthors.org. And you just search for the title, Reach More Readers, and it will pop up. It's Ally's Definitive Guide to Book Marketing. So, do you have an email list? Do you know how to create one? How many people do you have on your email list? Let me know in the comments.